right, fans. So Penn State went out to the shoe and played the number one team in the country, the Ohio State University, and fell to Ohio State 14-38. Now, the first half, people was concerned. I wasn't. I was not concerned at all. But, second half, Ohio State turned up, did what they do, which is dominate. So it's your girl Autumn, and I'm here with another edition of As a Fan of College Football. This is where I talk to y'all just through the eyes of a fan. I cover college football through the eyes of a fan. I talk about my Buckeyes all the time, and I'm a stand up for the Buckeyes. Like, it's going to be, I'm going all out. I'm doing everything that a fan does that probably irritates your soul when it comes to the Buckeyes. That's what I'm going to do. So if you're a Buckeye fan, be sure to hit the like. I mean, if you're not a Buckeye fan, hit the like anyway, or at least subscribe so that, you know what I'm saying, when you feel like just being a hater, you could just come in and be a hater. I'm cool with all of that. And if you're going to be a hater, if you're going to do that, make sure you do it on all the platforms. Y'all see this? Y'all see us this side, all of the platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Send me $1 on Cash App if that's what you feel like doing. You know what I mean? Just do what needs to be done. Just make sure the content is being circulated in these internet streets, okay? So hit the subscribe, hit the like, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know whenever I'm out here in these YouTube streets. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into what went down at this game. We are finally, well, I won't say finally, because in my eyes, I feel like it's been great progression with Ohio State's offense. We have been winning games, which is what we're supposed to do, right? I've said before, there's been lots of complaints. There's still people out here saying fire Brian Hartline, which maybe they're trolling. I don't know. None of it makes any sense. But we got to see some great style points from Julian saying for Heisman. You understand what I'm saying? Like we've gotten to see him open up a little bit. Like, this is what we have wanted to do. And if you guys notice, if you guys really watching these games, it is progressing over the weeks. Every week it gets better. Like, this is like his third 300 plus yard game. Like, he's out here really freaking doing it. Okay, he's freaking doing it. He should be. He is a Heisman front runner right now, as he should be. Like, it just is what it is. But before I get into all of that, I do want to credit Penn State, because they were the first team this I was about to say semester. They're the first team this season to score 14 points in the first half, like to score 2 touchdowns in the first half against Ohio State. And again, that's where people were feeling a little shaky. Like, I think we were up by 3. It was 14-17 at the half. I don't know why people was feeling the way that they were feeling, but and also they scored both of these touchdowns in the red zone, which is something that does not happen. So I'm like, were they asleep? And I think this was after a bye week. So I kept saying, is it the bye? Like, are they shaking off the bye week? Like, what's going on? I was asking questions, but I wasn't super concerned. Okay. Unfortunately, and that's impressive for Penn State, but unfortunately, they are now 0-5 in the Big Ten. And I know that there's been some shakeups over there. I know that I feel that James Franklin, I feel like he should have got fired. Like, I knew he was going to get fired because of the way that they were losing. But I also felt like Altmaier was part of the problem too, who's now hurt. Like, he's not playing right now. I felt like he was part of. He's a very mid quarterback. It just is what it is. Like, he's not great. He doesn't make great decisions. Like, he's just not. He may not be Penn State caliber. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be like that Kyle McCord from Ohio State that went to Syracuse and actually started balling. He might be one of those. And hopefully he gets well soon. Like, of course I'm never going to wish any type of ill will on any of these players. So hopefully he gets well soon. But in my opinion, I just don't think that he plays at the caliber for a Penn State. And I think that he was definitely part of the problem of why they were losing the way that they were losing. Okay. Penn State has always been like, we played Penn State all these years in a row, and now we don't have to play them for like 4 years. Like the Penn State fans were like really rejoicing. It was kind of funny on Instagram. Like, on Twitter, like, we made it, y'all. We ain't got to see them for another 4 years, which is kind of funny, but whatever. So back to what Ohio State was doing. So Julian Sand was 20 of 23 for 316 yards, 4 touchdowns. Let me say that again. Julian Sand for Heisman was 20 of 23 for 316 yards, 4 touchdowns. I know. I already said, like, in my little instant reaction that I put out, that y'all like, oh, it's just Penn State. I do not care. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear. There's nothing that I want to hear. We are finally getting the Julian Sand that everybody wanted to see. The haters wanted to see it because they were like, he's mid. He's not mid. He's doing what needs to be done, and he's playing at the caliber for Ohio State. So let's not do this. Bo Jackson was the leading rusher. He had 13 carries for 105 yards. CJ Donaldson. Let's talk about CJ real quick. CJ had a fumble, and that is what set up one of the scores. The short field is what set up one of the scores for Penn State. And he came back and he scored a touchdown. You know, he made up for it. I don't know why everybody is being so hard on CJ Donaldson. Like, it's like every single time something happens with one of these running backs, or anytime that somebody makes a mistake, our fans start getting real damn stupid. And I can't understand it. Nobody is going to play a perfect game. Guess what? It happened the very first game of the year when Jeremiah dropped a couple of passes. Like, people are like, oh my God, what? Oh my God, he's doing it. Like, come on, y'all. Like, nobody plays a perfect game every single game. And people have been having problems accepting the 3 running backs that we have in rotation. So there's Bo Jackson, there's CJ Donaldson, and then there's Peoples. I can't remember his first name right now, but all 3 of them, and nobody, like, everybody likes Bo Jackson. Like, Bo Jackson is the one, and I'm not gonna hold you. Bo be balling. He be out there balling. He's doing what needs to be done. CJ Donaldson, in my opinion, is almost just as good. Like, he's almost just as good as Bo. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have to realize, like, I've always been taught, or I've always known running backs to carry the ball a couple of yards. Like, that's what they're for. Of course, if they're wide open, if they're hitting a hole that's open, if they're able to do it and they're able to go downfield and score, then that's what needs to be done. That part relies on what's going on with the offensive line. But, a running back serves its purpose. CJ Donaldson, Bo Jackson, and Peoples, they have served their purpose on this team this season, in my opinion. Like, you average 2, 3, even 4 yards. That's great. Like, you're not always taking a loss. You're able to read the defense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else y'all want from these guys. I don't know, but whatever. He scored, and that was that. Now, I talked in one of my earlier videos about depth charts. And what I can say about Ohio State is, when it comes, especially on the offense, all 3, like the receivers, we got 3 receiver ones. I don't care. I know y'all have a problem with Brandon Ennis, and I don't care. Like, I think he is I would say almost just as good for the part that he plays as as Carnell Tate and Jeremiah. I mean, it ain't. I mean, let me take that back. Let me stop playing around. Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are definitely tied in a sense for wide receiver one. Like, you can't. If one of them ain't open, the other one is open. It is what it is. Brandon Ennis might make he might drop a pass here and there. Let me not even sit up here and cap like that. But he's not a bad wide receiver. Like, there's no reason to sit here and talk about him like a dog, because he's not. He serves his purpose again. And then we have three tight ends that are being rotated in as well. Like, it's amazing to see. So anywho, Carnell Tate had 5 catches, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. Bennett Christian had 2 catches, 4 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Jeremiah had 6 catches for 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I know y'all saw the one. Right. I know y'all saw the one. I know y'all saw when the defender tipped the ball and he went up and mossed it. Like, it's just, our team is playing well. The Buckeyes are playing extremely well. Okay. You can't even say that they're not. They're playing well. As we know, the college football, and I'm probably going to talk about this maybe in another video. The college football, the actual playoff rankings have come out for this first week. We're like midway through the season, so they get to start doing this every week. Ohio State was ranked at number 1, Indiana at number 2, and Texas A&M at number 3. And I think that was right, even though I thought that they were going to rank Indiana over Ohio State, and part of me thought that they would rank Texas A&M over them as well, because of the strength of schedule, which is what a lot of people are talking about. But it is what it is. Real quick, I do want to give Terry Smith, who is the interim coach for Penn State, his flowers. I don't know. I get a good vibe from him. I'm not sure that he's going to be the head coach going into next season. I know he has the interim coach job through the end of this season, but I think that he had a lot of confidence in his team, and going into the half, he was like, "Yo, we scored in the red zone against the number 1 defense in the country. Like, what more could I ask for?" Basically, like, he was so proud of them, and I don't know, he just gives off good vibes. I just, I hope that he's able to do well. He was actually a wide receiver for Penn State. Yeah, he was a wide receiver for Penn State, and he was a defensive recruiting coordinator and a cornerbacks coach, and his fifth season as an associate head coach. So that's what he is now, the associate head coach. So we'll see what happens with Smith. I don't know. Hopefully they'll get a win or two going out. For the rest. Well, we got like 6 games or something like that left. So hopefully they'll get a win or two and boost those kids' confidence and start to rebuild their team. And once they get a new coach or whatever it is they're going to do, hopefully they'll, be able to get the ball rolling again or whatever. So I just wanted to say that about Terry Smith. Kudos to him. And that's really it. Like, I kind of said everything that I really wanted to say in the instant reaction video that I did. But yeah, I mean, we're going on to play Purdue at Purdue. I think the game is at like 7:30 at night, which is all right. I mean, it seems like we never play at the shoe at night, but it is what it is. And, of course, I believe that Ohio State is going to win that game. I'm not sure who Penn State plays next week. I didn't take a note on that. But like I said, good luck to them. So until you hear me or see me again, go Buckeyes. Peace.